welcome to American Bakery in Germany, where the ingredients are German and the baker is American. I'm Michelle, and today we are making my own birthday cake. Okay, I always make my own every single year, but this time I asked my daughter what she would like to see. So she suggested that I make a birdhouse cake. So this is my birdhouse birthday cake for myself. The flavors are cherry cake with chocolate ganache. And the reason I chose that was because I was kind of in the mood for chocolate covered cherries, and I figured that would be a good way to do that. So let's get started. As mentioned, this is cherry cake with chocolate ganache. I have one layer of round 7-inch cake and 2 layers of square 6-inch cake. I carved it into the shape of a house. I filled the cake with chocolate ganache and canned cherries cut in half. I frosted the cake with chocolate ganache and cleaned up the cake board. I put the cake in the fridge to set up. While the cake was chilling, I modeled a couple of songbirds out of yellow fondant. Then I frosted the cake with a bit more ganache. Then I rolled out some brown fondant and used a wood texture mat to give it a wood-like texture. And I laid it over the top of the cake. I smoothed it on carefully. I rolled out a wide strip of brown fondant and gave it some wood texture and wrapped it around 3 sides of the birdhouse. And I trimmed it to the height of the birdhouse. Then I rolled out another wide strip of wood texture and cut the roof pieces. I didn't want them to be exactly the same size. I wanted it to look homemade. I propped the roof with a few logs of brown. and I put some of the log on a piece of wooden skewer. And I used a circle cutter to cut a circle out of the middle of the birdhouse, and I filled the hole with ganache. And I placed the stick just below the circle cutter. And I placed the birds on the cake board. I used a fondant press mold to make a bunch of green leaves. Then I rolled a long log of green to make a vine and twisted it around the cake board. I used edible glue to stick it down. And I placed the leaves on the vine. I used a fondant press mold to make a delicate butterfly and placed it on the birdhouse. I rolled out some purple fondant and used a daisy flower cutter to make some flowers and placed them around the vine. Then I did the same thing with pink fondant. Finally, I added some black balls to the eyes of the birds. I think this cake is adorable. It's clearly a birdhouse, and the vine with flowers and the songbirds and butterflies just makes me happy. For more cakes and recipes, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe for a new cake every week. Hit the notification bell to be the first to know when we upload a new video.